さ Oh smile 聞こえるよ都会のシャレたスイングビート踊ろうよ Dance 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 くるくる回る雲を突き抜けて君と転がりたい愛のかけらを集め空に向かえよ Oh yeah How can miss the sunshine なななななななな僕らのシンフォニーなななななななはじけるファンタジー今始まるよ君と僕の未体験アドベンチャー 照らしてよ星空は僕らのブラックライトさタキシードシャレして踊ろう僕らのリズムで流行りのステップ風切って回る視線は釘付けさ君と固まりたい二人は運命の中に巻き込まれたんだ Oh yeah How can miss the sunshine なななななななな Talking like destiny ななななななななやっぱり I love you 今日もどこかで出会い生まれる愛にあげた花
Greetings. Hello. Hello. I'm gonna be looking a little different tonight. Oh, who's this? Oh, Pythania, who's this person? It's still me! I don't look like a jade beak right now. I just wanted to test out, this new avatar I've been working on. I got big old bappers. Oh, yeah, my hand trackers, yeah, like all the way up here because we're gonna be drawing tonight. Oh! Oh, right, speaking of, I always one thing. I always forget one little thing. Here we go. Alright, now they're enabled. And I remembered it right after I started the stream and not like 20 minutes in. La ba 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 da ba da ba ba. Feels weird having ears. I'm not a scatterbrain. I'm a bird brain. I'm a bird brain. Earsies. Oh, what's that? Yeah, what's that on the top of my head? And I got big ol' fluffy feathers that look just a little bit jank. Check it out. I have big old bappers, big old stompers with beans. And look at that tail. Oh, bitch. Yeah, I should have played around with the spring bones a little bit more. Ooh, okay, the chromatic aberration, the chromatic stuff does not look as good as I thought it would in OBS. Here, POV, you're watching me troubleshoot shit on my stream. Boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, beep, beep. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, that doesn't look so hot. Ba 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 da. Okay, don't look. Oh. Oh yeah, I kind of like the blurry stuff. Arcade, don't look at me. I'm ugly. Arcade. Arcade wouldn't care about it. So it's fine here, but if I turn... Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Also, don't look too closely at my face, because there was a weight painting issue on... you can see them bouncing my lower eyelid. It's actually weight painted to my tail when it should not be. I don't know how that happened, and I only noticed it after I did all of the work to set up this model. But you know, I found it out. I found out it was an issue, and I fucking fixed it in Blender. Right, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's some other stuff too, like, look how crunchy this feather is when I bend my arm. Yeah, that shouldn't be doing that. The hands also look kind of weird. But I am using the big old fat feathers slider, if you couldn't tell from how big my fingies are. I got a little eagle beak. As well as my arms. But I don't know if that's just like something I can fix with a lot of tedious weight painting, or because of just how they're shaped. Like when 3D models twist, ooh, they look bad. Like there's nothing you can really do. And because it's just like a flat, like platform, you know, big old flat thing, it's just gonna look bad when it twists anyway, but I'll look into that. Beans! Ba 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 da. Oh god. Oh god. I feel like, I want uppies! Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Okay. Alright, enough dicking around. No more dicking around! No more! This is only a serious stream! 100% serious. 100! Do you fucking hear me? first. Yeah, no more. Do you hear that, Arcade?
Go fornicate yourself.
Arcade. Arcade. How dare you say that to me? There is one other thing. Oh. Ooh. Oh. 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 Hmm. Oh. Are my pupils moving? Because gaze is supposed to be like... Oh, yeah, now they are. Yeah, okay. La. Ooh, okay, they, Alright. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Go fornicate yourself. Alright. Now it's time to draw. I've got it all out of my system. Wow, that's... Oh. Ooh. Here, reset. Yeah, the pupils kind of... They clip a little bit. This is computer noises. Okay. Yeah, they clip a little bit. Where are my gamer gloves? Arcade, fetch me my gamer gloves. Post haste. Post haste, Arcade. Oh. 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 Other hand. La ba 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 ba. Wow, I look kind of good on this screen. No, I don't care about the patch notes. Let me draw. Let's see. Oh God. Yeah. If you can't tell, I've been working on this model. Ooh. Okay, don't look at those, but I've been working a lot on the textures. Wait, no, I want a new file. Yes. A new file will do very nicely. Yes. Oh. Oof. I'm having, or rather, I set the file of this avatar to Potato so that, oh, that's me. So that she might look, at the model, see if anything, if there's like any major, fixes that I can do. I wanted to do like a sort of, I wanted to do some sort of, there's like a drag and drop thing you can do in Unity, but I cannot figure it out for the life of me. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, that's a little better. Ba, 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 ba. And then if everything seems fine, or if it's stuff... Oh, right, the drag and drop thing in Unity. I can't figure it out. So, unfortunately, it'll have to be like a kit bashing sort of deal. The stream title? I did update it. Bruh! Okay, hold on. Hold on. It wouldn't let me... Bruh! What word? It's not letting me update it because... Hold on. Can I use dgen? No! Bruh! Can I use this word? Finally. It wouldn't let me use the word degenerate in my stream title. Naturally. They're censoring me! The man is finally caught up to me, and all he wants to do is to put some tape over my beak. I can't fucking believe this. How fucking dare they! Oh. Oh, I'm set up really high. I'm surprised Chet is actually over me. Actually, let's draw this little degenerate for our warm-up. Oh! This is now a Leppy-only stream. Oh, a lash would be nice, actually, now that I think about it. You got it. Yo, Stowed, right away! I actually meant to do more drawing today, but then I got done whatever I needed to do in Unity for the day, and then I passed the actual frick out. I ate some lunch, and then I'm like, it's time for nappies! And then I was never heard from ever again. I woke up and I looked at the time, and I was like, sheesh. Oh my god. There's something weird about my hand. I can't tell if it's me. God, I love the ears. You know, I'm not usually... I used to be a bird purist. I used to think, oh, ears, don't need them. I fucking hate ears. I'm starting to get the appeal a little bit. I'm gonna grab those talons, and you can't stop me, to be honest. And you can't stop me. You cannot stop me. My idea for... so, there's a bunch of different sliders on the avatar, and my idea is that each of the presets are gonna have, like, their own personalities. This preset is called Astronomy. You know, if you can tell from the stars and, like, the cool celestial colors. Hopefully Potato doesn't come in here and goes, "Oh my god, are those boobies? Oh my god, Pyth, I want to motorboat that bird. Oh my god, Pyth." Oh my god, what the hell? It's just puffy feathers. Oh wait, actually round feathers. Yeah. My idea for the astronomy character is that they have like a superiority god complex. It just seems fitting for them now that I've seen them in motion. Today was kind of a weird day. My brother had a doctor's appointment, so he couldn't go back home after his appointment. Or he couldn't go home right after work, so he just, I think, stayed up all day. And now he'll be up for like 48 hours, so I'm concerned for him. I hope he got a nap. God complex sigh. Okay, yeah, those feathers, yeah, they do kind of look like boobies. Oops. Oh yeah, they had kind of like a more masculine. I actually haven't drawn my characters in a little bit. I've been so preoccupied with Oila, the owl, or quote-unquote owl, the bird avatar. Yeah, the hoo hoo. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Yeah, the hoo hoo model. I actually do need to draw. These owl models for promotional materials. Yes, I'll write this under tax work. Yes, and the taxpayers will go, "Oh my god!" Right, gotta have the hip feathers. God, okay, those things look like huge bungalungos. Oh no, I don't want bungalungos. No! Oh well. They're not meant to be bungalungos, officer. They're meant to be bingalings. Right, what do my hands look like? Hello! Ba, 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 ba. Show me your talons. Oh, I mean, hi! Hello! Hello, hi! How is everyone tonight? I've been kind of weirdly anxious all day. Hello! But I feel a little bit better. I meant to get up pretty early tomorrow, so this might be... I mean, drawing streams tend to be on the shorter side for my health. Oh shit! Uh-oh! They're juking and jiving. Sometimes I forget, like, how much of a banger Katamari music tends to be. You're doing exercises? Cool. I love squats. Oh right, and I have like little constellation signs on my... Nice. Yeah. I can't wait until it gets warmer so I can do more involved exercises outside. You hate squats? They're fun. Oh yeah. I gotta be color accurate. Whoa, new model, who this? Oh, of course, the bird comes around when I look like a new bird. I cannot fucking believe this. What's up, Skylar? I've been working on a customizable, like really heavily customizable bird model for the last 3 months, and I'm at the cusp of having it done. I just sent it over to my local VRC expert to see if everything is like kind of good to go, what needs to get fixed, and then I gotta do the promotional art, and then it'll be released. Version 1.0, bitch! Honestly, you're not alone when you say you don't like squats, even if it is your bad leg, because a lot of people I know hate squats, including my gym nut brother. I just really like squats because I'm kind of a leg guy. Any exercises for my legs, I do quite adore. Ba, 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 ba. But, oh, by the way, Skylar, this is going to be one of the presets for the bird model. But it's not going to be like a new look for me. I'm mostly just using it right now to test it out, see if it looks fine. Thank you. I have six, I think, different presets. I got this one, which is called Astronomy. Hold on. I can show you like the kind of proto art. But these are not representative of the final product. Because these were super early on when I was kind of getting ideas. Wow. So top right, that's Astronomy, that's this model. Top left. Yes, top left is me. Top right is Natural. That'll be like the default model. The middle one is Mauve. Bottom left is Charcoal. Bottom right is Future. and I have a special 6th one. And it's gonna be kind of like rainbow themed to go along with the drag and drop aspect. I was trying to get like a drag and drop sort of deal in Unity so that the consumers who buy the model don't have to work all that hard, but I could not figure it out. I spent the last 3 days wasting my goddamn time, and no one I know, or who I've reached out to, knows how to do that in Unity. So people are just gonna have to kit bash in Blender, which sucks. I don't want people to do that, because it's so much work. Poisonous creature. I was trying to go for Evangelion vibes with that one. And that's like not, those do not show the whole picture, like what sort of sliders they'll have, like this one, or what parts they'll have. No, I've tried everything. When I say it, when I know I say that, I know what I'm saying. I know that I need the parts with their bones, and I can have that, like, little thing as an FBX file, but I don't know how to turn that into a prefab. If I can turn it into a prefab, I can just slot it into the model, the model VRM with, overrides. But I can't figure it out. And because Unity is a piece of shit, dog shit program. I fucking hate Unity, by the way. This is what I feel like. This is how Unity makes me feel. Yeah, there's a little bit of a weight painting issue on my eyelids, but I just fixed that in Blender. There's some weight painting I could fix on my arms, but the thing about 3D models is that when they twist, they get really distorted. And it's just the shape of the wings. I can't really do a whole lot about it. Ba, ba, ba. But if you know any local quote-unquote self-proclaimed local VR experts, I am more than happy to reach out to them. Because I reached out to like 5 people the last couple of days. No one knows what to do. And I can't exactly reach out to the people who are like making these cool drag and drop in Unity sort of models because they're really busy. And I'm not gonna spend $40 on a model just to poke at its innards. I don't have that kind of money right now. But, let me fix my size. There we go. That's fine. But I've tried having just like the parts. I've tried extracting the parts out of the VRM. What else did I do? I wrote all of this shit down. Which doesn't work because then they're not prefabs, and they need to be prefabs in order to slot in and override the body VRM. What else did I do? Yes, I exported individual parts with the entire skeleton, exported individual parts with just their original bones. Just so I did that so I could possibly export it as a VRM, because you export from Blender as a FBX, then you get to VRM, which is the file type you need, and the only way to export as a VRM that I know of is to have a whole humanoid armature. And I can do that with the body because it has a humanoid rig, but I can't do that with just with just the ear bones, because it's just the ear bones. There's nothing humanoid about them. Or like the poncho bones. You can't really... It's impossible to do anything with that. Like, they'll just stay FBXs. So I tried slotting in the FBXs with overrides, which does not work. It pretends... I'll slot them in, even if I can figure it out. When I slot them into the body VRM, it'll pretend like the ears and the beak, for an example. So the beak has no bones, the ear has bones. It'll pretend like the beak and ears are like the center of rotation for the head and the neck. And I know I'm putting these in the right spot. And I even had it so that the body only has the bones it needs. So if I wanted ears, there wouldn't be any duplicates. And that also did not work. What else did I do? And exported individual parts as FBX without bones. That didn't work. Oh my god. I'm like looking at the book I sent people, and it's like 2 pages of scrolling on Discord on my big old screen. Right. Anyway, back to drawing. Take my word for it. I've tried fucking everything! So maybe it's just something I don't know how to do yet. Which, might be more likely than you might think. So, after wasting my time, right, like I could be using my time for more important things. Like, I actually have other things I want to work on outside of this model, believe it or not. I think this is the point where I'm like legally obligated. I'm legally allowed to say, fuck this. So, but if I ever do figure out how to do the cool thing I want to do in Unity, I'll just update the file and contact all the people who bought it so that they won't have to pay extra for anything. They can get the product I originally wanted them to have. But until then, unfortunately, they'll have to deal with kit bashing in Blender. Anyway, how was your day, Skylar? How have you been, actually? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Ba 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 beep 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 la 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 la. That was your regularly scheduled Python rant. Ba 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 ba. I already have all sorts of DLC planned. Whoa! Whoa! Good news all around. Nice. I'm happy for you. Ba ba ba, doobie doo doo ba da ba. I might go back after I'm done with everything, because for the last like several months I've been working on a bunch of different projects all at once, and this bird model is like the last big thing on my plate before I can kind of get back to business as usual. And I'm thinking about bringing raffles back this year. I think you all have been behaving enough. I think that it's time to bring them back. I've been thinking about it for a little bit. Now, granted, I made it sound like I got rid of raffles because people were misbehaving, which I like to bitch and moan about that, but that wasn't really the reason. The reason was just that my hands hurted. And I only wanted to focus on paid art. But I'm starting to get back to a point where it doesn't feel miserable using my hands all day. I shouldn't be doing that, but... Oh, you know, I'm planning on getting back into Minecraft too after this new update, if it hasn't already come out. It's pretty exciting! Oh right, the beak is a whole different... Ah, yes. Oh, I mean, what I meant to say was, how dare you stay out of touch! How dare you focus on your life! How dare you! I'm due to enter the workforce formally. I need that bread. Y'all are gonna be calling me the baker because I'm gonna be making that bread. Hopefully soon. I just got, oh yeah, I wanna see it. Hello? How is that a question? I recently just got a car registered. So I'm technically the owner of a car right now. I got the plates for it and everything, and they're put on. The only thing I need to do is just sign the insurance papers for it. Hell yeah! And the best part, it's a really good car. It's a Chevy Uplander. So it's like a sporty utility SUV vehicle. And I only got it for $3,000 after everything. It's like beautifully maintained. I still need to get it steam cleaned because it was sitting in a field for a little bit. But it drives better than all of my mom's cars. I really lucked out with it. And this is the first time in my entire life, by the way, I have ever owned anything close to a car. Because I lived in the city, I was able to use public transport if I needed to get anywhere. But now, not so much. So, I might as well try to aim to have some autonomy in my life. I don't necessarily want to own a car, but I kind of need to if I want to make money now. Yes, as Americans call it, my freedom, my patriotism. Yeah, I live way out in the boonies, so I cannot get... I literally cannot go anywhere. Like, it is a 30-minute drive to any hospital. It is an hour-plus drive if I ever want to go to a place that is not a rural town. It's crazy. The bad thing about my new car is that the mileage does not sound very good on it, but I mean, to be honest, it's a really nice car, and it drives smooth as. Like, so my brother, he owns a Dodge Challenger. Cool fucking sports car. And my car has 70 less horsepower than that. Which is just, like, crazy to think about. It will be pretty gross, though. Because, like, my mom, she's been taking it on a few joy rides, and she says that she gets, like, congested in there because of all the mildew and stuff. I'm like, you know, you don't have to ride around in it right now. You know, you're gonna get sick and get like a respiratory infection from all the spores and stuff in there. And hopefully sometime later next week, we'll have it dropped off at my new house, so that she doesn't have to go all the way here. I'm not gonna be driving by myself until I feel more comfortable, because I honestly don't have a whole lot of experience driving. I told myself I was going to start applying for jobs as soon as I got the new car, but I'm a little bit more... I need more experience, to say the least, before I feel comfortable doing that. Yes, I did move recently. It took me a while to get used to the new house, but I kind of like it. Now that I've had time to kind of process everything and settle in, it's a lot better than my old little rinky-dink apartment. I like it. I won't be here for terribly long, though. My brother was actually thinking about getting an SUV to help us, like, move, because we'll be living transiently for a little bit. But now that I have an SUV of my own, well, we don't really both need SUVs, do we? So he gets to keep his sports car, I get to have this cool new car. It's a win-win for everyone involved. Oh, you look cool. It still looks like you have big fucking honkers, but... Big hunka-lunka bunga-wungos, but... Oh, neat. What's getting you back into Minecraft? Is it just the new update? I think my tail is this color. I'm mostly just planning on picking it up again because of the new update. I skipped over the Warden update because I just wasn't into... Didn't really feel like gaming at the time. Oh, cool, cool. That's a valid reason. I buy your alibi, but only this once. Only this fucking once, Skylar. It was a really long time ago. Mojang said that they were gonna have like an archaeology update, which got me so hyped. Until they decided maybe it wasn't gonna work out, which is totally fine. Stuff like that happens all, like, you know, a lot. So, no point in getting upset over something that just didn't work out. Wait, what? I would have made the ears. I didn't play with the spring bones at all. I just kind of set them up really quick. Oh, sick. You can post a link of it into chat if you want. Otherwise, I'll check it out later. I still have yet to actually do the first commission of the stream. I was just doing this to warm up really quick. I meant to do more drawing today, but I got distracted with Unity and then I took a nappy. And then it was time to stream. Oops! I actually have a formal commission that I ought to work on. But it's very inappropriate. It's inappropriate. You wouldn't want to see it. No! It is? Oh my god! The archaeology update is fucking happening? When? True? No cap? For real, for real? Uh-oh. Because I was so hyped for it. Oh, sounds of the arcade. Oh, by the way, I'm still obsessed with arcade. That hasn't changed. Oh! Yes! La, ba, 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 ba. Sorry, I got really hyped. I didn't mean to yell. Yes! 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 It's like next update though. Hold on. Is it Izuma Void? Hold on. No, stop everything. Stop everything. Hold on. I need to see this right now. Oh my god! Ooga booga, ooga goo goo, goo goo goo. I don't care. I don't care if there's an ETA beyond a vague 2023. I do not care. I'm just excited it's happening. And it's gonna be next fucking update. Oh shit! Apt noise. Yes! I've never been so hyped for something. Whoa. Yes. Yes! Okay. The best day ever. The only better day I had was when I married Arcade, and when I met Arcade. Yes! Yes! Okay. Alright, I'm over it. Okay, alright. La ba da ba da ba 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 da da machine. Right, it's a sketch. Whee! Skylar, that's so cool! Me and my mom are actually planning we're planning a trip to go to New York City. Oh! I've never been to a city bigger than, like, St. Louis. So that'll be quite an experience for me. And then, so we're going to, it'll be like a weekend trip. We're going to New York City, and then we're going to have a day in Philadelphia. And I get to see one of my very good friends. I can't wait to, and like, this is going to be the first time we meet in IRL real life. And then we'll go back to, New York City, and then back home. And later this year, me and my brother are planning up to a sacred pilgrimage to the Mojave. Not to do hippy-dippy shit, but just to see the terrain and stuff. I'm so excited! This year is gonna be epic. Disney World is in Florida, right? Disney World is in Florida. I think I've been to... Yeah, I was to Disney World, but when I was really tiny. I don't remember it, but my mom has pictures holding, like, 2-year-old me. So that's so cool. I've only been to one amusement park, Silver Dollar City. It was extremely... Do you guys want to hear that story? It's a long story. A trip to the Mojave. Gonna shoot a postman and go sit in a casino for months ignoring the radio. No, what I'm gonna set up a whole week where I get my brother and I'm gonna dress him up in a checkered quote-unquote suit. I'm gonna get him in a checkered vest. He's gonna shoot me twice in the head. They're gonna bury me alive, and then dig me back up, and I'll pay Zachary Levi $3 million to pretend to be Arcade for a week. And we're gonna have the time of our lives. No, I don't know what we'll do. I won't do stuff like gamble in Vegas. I don't really like gambling. But we're gonna take a tour of Nevada, maybe SoCal, it's really expensive there, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and maybe Wyoming too, just while we're on the west coastal area. I know Wyoming isn't on the west coast, but you know what I mean though, the western mountainous part of the US. I've always wanted to go there. Always. Like, kind of low-key, I would love to live anywhere in the desert states. Even if they're more conservative, like, political-wise. It's just the fact that they are, it's hot and dry there, and it looks beautiful. You got Guardians, Tron, Space 220. Oh, yeah, right, that's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you what sort of things you have on your itinerary. Because I follow someone on YouTube called... I don't remember her name. She's like a My Little Pony fan. She has tons of plushes. She talks about amusement parks all the time. She used to work for Disney as a tour person, I think. I don't remember. She has tons of plushies. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? She has like long form content. Anyway, I learned from her that apparently people, especially with Disney, they'll like, they'll have like a whole list of things that they sign up for months, like almost a year in advance, which is like crazy to me. So I hope it all works out. Yeah, reservation, yes. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it sounds pretty hectic. Oh. And make sure to stay hydrated. But I'm sure that you are an amusement park aficionado. Wee wee. Right, yes, Fast Pass. Do you guys know Defunctland? I haven't watched any of his videos in so long. I remember watching like this 2-hour-long video, I think it was 2 hours, about just the problems and history of Fast Pass. Yeah. Wow. I haven't thought about that in so... I gotta binge Defunctland again. Holy moly. Phil Lynn. I don't know what it is about Phil Lynn, but I really like that name. Skylar, I remember that part of the video super vividly because he was like he was talking about all of these different all of the different rides in his quote-unquote simulation, and my jaw dropped when he said this was actually one of Disney's amusement parks, and I was on the floor. No, I'm out of aspirin. Oh no. Oh fuck. I was like, oh, let me take a little aspirin. Did my brother fucking steal some? I could have sworn I still had like 2 pills in there. Damn you! No, I probably just forgot. I forgot. I was gonna say, I'm sure, for like not a doctor, but, you know, lab person, Phil, in... So I'm glad someone else not only watched the same video, but feels the exact same way that I did. Because I remember that part, like, to the T. It just came out of nowhere. Well, not, you know, it was a shock. That's what I'm trying to say. It was wild. No pun. I know you intended it, you sneaky little stinker. I need to say stinker more. I love that word. I love that Dr. Best is kind of built like a Dr. Brick. And I mentioned she has, like, big old fingies. Not to strangle with, of course, to handle lab equipment. Crash Bandicoot, I remember playing a single Crash Bandicoot game when I was a kid and fucking hating it. And then fast forward 10 years, and I never played any, I was not interested in any Crash Bandicoot content ever. Fast forward like 10 years, and I see this video on YouTube talking about the worst Crash game, and it was the same game I played, and I'm like, oh, excellent! The one game I played from this whole huge franchise, and it was the worst fucking one. Cool. That explains a lot. Yes, it was Wrath of Cortex. Yes. I remember getting stuck on one of the aquatic levels and just never picking it up ever again. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, sounds of the arcade. Oh, by the way, I'm still obsessed with arcade. That hasn't changed. You had to get that part. Oh! Yes. Whoa, calm down. Calm down, Pyth. Sorry, I got really hyped. I didn't. Yes, you did, bud. Yes! 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 Oh, he's so happy. Oh, I just love seeing that little idiot just, you know, happy to be alive. Yeah, I also think he's happy. Just a little bit. You guys always know how to cheer me up. But the Twitch clipper, yeah. I love Twitch. It is never broken and always works perfectly. I love how she has a big B. I'm assuming that's for best. Oh, let me move Chrome a little bit so I can see all the beautiful, cute little babies in chat. Yeah, that seems to be like a prevalent theme in my childhood. I think it was just because I grew up in the lower class. I played games that were like any one game I got to play out of a franchise, it was just always the worst. Like, you know, conveniently always the worst that I could have possibly gotten. You're going to FE? What's that? For E? You're the second not only are you the second furry to tell me that you're going to your first fur, like, sort of fur con, in the last 24 hours, but you're also a bird furry, just like they were. Very exciting year for people. It's all looking up. Yeah! All the bird furries are going to their first fur con. Maybe we should make our own con. We're gonna make bird con. Fernal Equinox. You know, last year I tried to go to Midwest Fur Fest, but because it was in St. Louis and that's really close, but I didn't have a car, and the only person I know that would have wanted to go to a fur con with me was it would have been a long drive, and I didn't want to do that for them. Birds of a oh my god. Yes. Birds of a feather. That's fucking perfect. No, only bird furries allowed. If you're not a bird furry, we'll still accept you, but we'll give you dirty looks. We'll have a corner just for all of the non-birdies, we'll call them. Oh wait, we'll put like a feather right on the top. Hold on. I hope they're feather on cat head. There's a particular meme. I'll stick a feather right on top of their head so that they could be considered a bird. Damn it. There's a picture of like a little cockatoo and the owner stuck a feather right on top of their head. Yes, if any sort of avian creature will be encouraged. If it's got feathers. Hello, potato. Hi. I'm gonna have to get more. I'm gonna be doing some driving tomorrow. I'll have to pick up some more aspirin. So I think I'm either low or I don't have any left. Do you like my new look, potato? It won't be my permanent new look. I'm just kind of testing out some things here. Don't look at my eyelids. You? Anything for you, potato. Whoa. Oh, I got a little dizzy from doing that. Oh, beans. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, if I get dizzy, that means I'm like especially good at raving. I kind of imagine... Stone, you can totally correct me since this is your character, but I kind of get the vibe that Dr. Best is... She's really tall. Like, she's built very stout, but tall. That's the vibe I get. Oh, right, in the top. She's a little teapot, short and stout. She's a big teapot, tall and stout. Oh, right, and she needs, like, the evil person collar. Of course, yeah, and you are not obligated to do anything at all. I don't want you to fix anything. I just want you to take like a quick look over it. I'm a little worried about the try count, but besides that, if there's anything that you think, oh, I'm dropping frames. If anything you need me to fix. The reason why I don't want you to fix anything by yourself is because I want to sell this model, and I want to say that I was the only person who like physically worked on everything. Even if I got advice from places. Oh, and by the way, potato. No one... I reached out to like 5 different people, and no one knew what to do. No one could figure it out. My little problem. It's just crazy to me. It's like no one knows how to use Unity, but everyone uses it. I can't freaking believe this. When I become a master coder, I'm going to turn everything into easy to use and standard equipment, and you don't have to use outdated piece of shit. I still am not super sure why we have to use outdated Unity. I'm sure it's just like a compatibility thing with VR chat and whatever. It's still dumb. See, I get to complain about it because I don't know how it works. No, I know how to decimate the topology. You can still? Oh, okay. I really appreciate that. Yeah, then feel free to take the wrench to it, if you know what I'm saying. In that case, I can just give you the original Blender file. Then do it! If you don't update Unity, there will be division. She may be undead. Oh no! Her ego is from performing at school worse than her sister? I already love her lore. Hold on. The VRM? Oh, okay, gotcha. You can- wait, you can fix the poly problem in Unity? Whack. Potato is teaching me a lot of stuff about VR chat. Because it's like the one thing I can't go out to do myself right now. Oh, Blender. Wait. You can put the VRM into Blender? Oh, right. I was trying to make her look... Yeah, I want to make her look, like, angry. Oh, yes! That's perfect! No, that's awesome. You can?! I didn't know that! See what I mean? Potato's always teaching me new shit. I just remembered. Oh, and before you have- oh, wow! Before you have to leave, Potato, check out these fucking beans! Do 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 do. Ooh, there's some little weird things about the knees. I might have to do some data transfer. Beans! Whoa! Why are you- why did you put me sideways? Hello? Oh, whoa? Oh, it's a plugin. Wait, I think you told me that. And I just didn't fucking listen like I normally don't listen. Whoa, look at that tail. Beans! Oh, I actually just drew. I just drew this model. And of course I closed the file. Down the line for DLC, I will make it so that the tail is... Oh, trust me, Potato. Actually, hold on. Unity won't open in time, but I can show you guys. Oh wait, no, actually, I can just do it in Blender. It'll be easier. Original file. Hello! Don't look at the the placeholder, Jadebeak. So let's join all of these parts and just kind of explore. Let me move myself. Let me move me back to where I was. There we go. You want to see thick, Potato? Oh. Here, let's go to body customization and turn up all, like, feminine, breast size, chonky, thigh thick, waist thick, rump size, all the way on. Ear size, ear roundness, major ear fluff, oh yeah. Big beak, long beak, feather customization, puffy, round, talon length, maximum, raptor claw. Turn those into big dinosaur stompers. Tail length, maximum. Big. Oh, I feel like I'm lagging. So like for this model, it has ears up, round feathers, puffy feathers. I think I have, that's not it. I think I have it so that I'm a little bit chonky, just a little bit. I have masculine proportions. What else did I do? I made the rump size 100%. And I have the eagle beak. Eagle beak, ah. You can see there's a weight painting issue with my eyelids. But I fixed it in Blender. Right. Do not save. Cool. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. Muchas gracias. Potata. Hold on. Oh. And I'd like in the future, I'd like to also add some. Oh, oh, oh. More. Come here. Nom 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 nom. Do you have fruit gummies? You wouldn't hide fruit gummies from me, would you? Evie, hola, ¿cómo estás? You love this avatar? Thank you. You don't have fruit gummies? Oh. Oh, I like seeds. Yes, give me your seeds, your millets, and your nuts. Oh God. Check this out, Evie. We were just looking at this. This is a highly customizable avatar. I can actually show you guys. I can show you guys the different. Hold on. I can show you guys the different texture sets that I'll have for the presets for the original release. So this is natural. Oh, can I move? Oh, I'm using VC. I have worked 3 months on this. It's been a long time in the making. So this is the natural texture. And if I swap it out, and I can easily like pop it in, pop it out. If I go to Euler, so I take all these textures, I put them in here, and I want, let's say I want the charcoal texture pack. I pop it in, I reload the file. Ta-da! And I gotta hide all of the things that don't have textures. Wow! All of the presets will have the owl / parrot beak because, hold on, let me turn on owl beak. Because originally, all of the beaks were gonna be like blend shape sliders, but I thought it would have been a little bit more flexible and easy to test and standard if I just individually modeled all of the beaks. But for the owl beak, I took the original parrot beak, because the parrot beak, that was the first one I did, and just kind of shaped it into Spot. But for the other ones, I modeled them from scratch. So we got a dodo beak, a duck beak, which for the charcoal texture pack doesn't have a texture, an eagle beak. That's the one that the astronomy texture pack has. An owl beak, we just saw that. Parrot beak, which is the default. And of course, a toucan beak. Look at those cute doilies. And of course, beans. Gotta have beans. That's like priorite numero uno, bicho. Let's see. The next texture pack is... Let's look at Future. That's one of my favorite ones. Now there's like some things that the texture, like each texture pack kind of has like a different thing going on. So, like I'm planning for all the presets to have like their own little sliders just as a basis. And the idea for the Future model is that it has like a duck beak. Yeah. Look, it's a duck! The original concept art I had for this, for the Future one, it's gonna be more masculine and chunky. So, like it'll, oh, right, it's also supposed to have top scars. Beans. I will eventually make neck floof, but I just kind of want to be done with this fucking project right now. I'm getting, like, slowly burnt out. I feel it seeping in. Right. Bring all of this back. Oh, yes! They are green beans! Damn, Pyth was not kidding. Let's see. And we'll play with the sliders again in just a second. Let me put all of this stuff back. And I want to grab the rainbow textures. Let's kind of mix and match here. I want a blue body. So the rainbow textures, I have 8 colors. All the colors of the rainbow plus black and white. And I'm just kind of grabbing random ones. Let's see, I want a toucan, a black toucan beak. Oh, a black poncho? That'll look cool. It's a black toucan beak. What else do I need? I need, let's have a purple tail. And let's see, green feathers. And like I'll show you guys the Krita file for all of this in a second. I think that should be it. So let's reload. Sure. Wow. And the idea is that you can take any of the colors. Wow. Yeah, you're in too deep. It's kind of cool. It looks a little bit more hodgepodge than I was expecting, but... Wow! Oh my god, Skylar! It's you! It's you for real, for real. I have a ton of other beaks planned. Actually, let me get up my roadmap here. Yes. I'm planning on a turkey tail, a chicken tail, peacock tail, neck fluff, head fluff, side fluff. Let's have like cheek fluff. Actual wings. Like plus the wing arms. I already have an owl beak, a pelican beak, finch beak, hummingbird beak, corvid beak, chicken beak, pigeon beak, flamingo beak, raptor. Oh wait, we already have the raptor beak. It's the eagle. Dino mouth. Different eyebrow options could be kind of fun, I think. I think that's it for now. For real, for real. I really like the colors on this. Right, so the sliders. Super duper customizable. You can make it... let's merge all of this right now. Right. Masculine. Oh, there we go. So it gives it more masculine proportions. Feminine. Booba! Oh wait, yeah, there you go. You can see the booba a little bit better. Uh-oh. Chunky. Skinny. Thigh thin. Thick. Waist thin. Thick. And big butt. Whoa. Yes, this is still on 1, so let's turn that back to 0. Big ears, side ears, up ears. You can kind of see that on this model. Round ears. Super fluffy ears. Minor fluffy ears. You can have owl ears. Big beak. The big beak kind of looks better in general. I actually turned up the size on my eagle beak. Small beak. The smaller it is, the more awkward, in my opinion, it looks, but it still works, I think. Long beak. I don't know why. I imagine you're in, like, VR chat, and this is, like, all you can see. I hope you have a fine time at work. Oh, it does look like a borzoi. Oh, you got any, got any, nuts? Nuts and berries? Short beak. Short beak kind of looks good, overall. Like, the shorter and bigger it is. I think I also had, my beak shortened. Hooked beak. Feather roundness. I think it took a long time to round out all of the feathers, including the hands. But I think it looks pretty good. Kind of softens it up a little bit. And again, this is all, you know, sliders. You don't have to have it at 100%. Puffy feathers, I think is a really, it's a really fun option. You can have emu. Oh my god, the red beans. These cool raptor claws because... Oh, right, and I'm gonna have a dino tail. Oh no, fuck. I didn't fix that. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Raptor claw. Check beans. Primary bean. Let me turn on this lighting so you can see it a little bit better. And then you can have, like, big old stompies. Big old stompy boys. So if I, like, turn on all of... Oh my god! And these actually change with chunky / masculine. Yeah, just a little bit. But especially with chunky. Those are some nice freaking beans. Yeah, let's turn all of this stuff back down to 0. I really like the talon length one. I wanted to have a lot of diversity for different bird types. Right, tail length, pretty self-explanatory. I might have a long feather option. I debated about it, but if people want it, I can definitely make it happen. Right, that's for the bird tail. This is for if you want like a more fox-like tail. There was something else I wanted to write down. I don't remember. But that's essentially it for now. Do not save, because that means I'll have to rip apart all of the entire file again. I'm planning on selling the base thing, like with all the presets, all the textures, everything for $40. And then the DLC, I want to have all of these beaks, all the new tails, everything. And I want to have that for no more than $20. Because I don't want people to have to pay out of the ass if they just want like a single beak that they want. And I don't want to have several DLC packages. I don't want a Sims 4 this project. This was a passion project. This was a fucking labor of love for people who want like a nice, I think it looks nice, a nice looking bird avatar. Because any bird avatars I can fucking find look ugly as shit, or they're not like well made. They're just kind of bad, to put it nicely as I can. So, like, I wanted to make a model that I feel like I could be happy with. And I feel like I have pretty high standards. Right. Anyway. Time to draw potato-san. Oh! Yeah, okay. I haven't stretched yet. Ooh. And I might add more sliders later. I don't know what else I could possibly add for right now. I feel like I have a lot of common bases covered. There's already a ton of stuff to tool with. But I'll definitely be up to suggestions. I'm more than happy to receive them and put them on the list, so to speak. Oh, actually, no, that was not a stretch. That was me getting up. Yeah, let's stretch out my shoulders. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I think I know why. Ooh, my head's broken. I think I know why my fingers hurt a little bit. I didn't stretch my fingers before I started. Once this model is all done, it's packed, it's shipped, I can finally focus on other projects I've been wanting to work on. Like, between Oila, my new models, moving, settling in, getting this new car all figured out, and the arcade model, I had a lot on my mind and a lot to do and take care of. But now, this is the only thing I have left, and I'm over the mountain. It's 95% done, I hope. I think. I'm assuming. Right, I need to let Potato know something, because I don't think she understands. The file I sent her is not representative of the entire thing, it's just like an example. And I don't know if I... Okay, I wanna screenshot something. Okay. Oh, and I want to show you guys the original Krita files. And all of this stuff will be given to people. Like, we saw a texture, but I didn't show you guys the actual thing. What's up, reality? This takes so long to load because it's over 5,000 pixels squared. And it has, oh yeah, look at all these textures. Yep. All of the different possible shit. A lot. I could have done this a little bit smarter. I could have had the... Like, this in arcade was before I kind of learned my lesson with how particular you have to be sometimes with... Exactly. And the thing about the Krita file is that... Or it'll be a Photoshop file, but... in any sort of software you're using, there are masks that you can use. So you can change it to whatever color. Well, let's go to the poncho so I don't have to open that big old thing again. So let's say that I want like a green poncho with no shadow. I can turn that on. And I can turn off whatever, like if I just want the fringes, that's it. If I want them to be, you know, a specific color, I can just make a new mask. Yeah, welcome back, Stone. If I want it white, I'll only have like the presets as masks. It's just so I'm not adding in extra space that the consumer has to download. If they want to make their own, that's what the Photoshop file will be for. All of the different patterns. This is just as an example. You can have two kinds of dots. Hey, look! Hey, those stars look a little familiar. Astronomy mask. Yep. Then the doily. Top doily, bottom doily. So if I want this all to be charcoal again, that would be an example. Yes, if I turn that off, this would be an example of what the charcoal poncho would look like. So there's all sorts of different combinations that you can turn on, you can turn off, make your own colors. I wanted people to have like a lot to do. And I'm planning on 5 more presets with the DLC. I'm planning on blue, like a blue jay maybe, midnight, which will be kind of like 80s city at night colors, orange, green, and white, kind of like a moth, but one of those cool moths with white as a trim color and not a main color. Gritty camo. I'm not a huge fan of camo myself, but I think that could be a fun, like, a fun sort of pattern. Retro, like retro brown, green, earthy tones, along with the stripes. That sounds really fun. But I like to think that, like, I honestly don't care if people like the model. I don't care if people buy the model. I have felt enough satisfaction in working on it and getting it done. Like, I'm more than pleased with how it's turned out so far. It's been a labor of love for sure. steampunk? Ooh, I like your way of thinking. Yeah, like a robotic, rusty. Ooh, oh, and a plushy one. Ooh. I'm stealing your ideas and I'm monetizing them. Oh, yeah. What I might do, actually I am gonna do this, what am I talking about? When I make all the promotional material, I'll have like a stretch goal sort of sheet, and it'll go on how many people have bought the model. So if I like sell 10 models, I'll say, okay, here is what the DLC will be like if we sell this many models. I will release this DLC. I'm trying to think of what faces Potato would make. I haven't really been, because I've been modeling and modeling and modeling, I haven't really drawn all that much in the last, like, couple of months. Ba ba da ba da ba da ba 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 ba. I am planning on more dino stuff though. I love dinosaurs. Jadebeak spam? You better fucking believe it, bitch. Oh baby. Oh baby! If you got them, I want you to spam them. Any Jadebeaks you have. Oh baby. Oh shit. Oh my god, Python Seed, don't grab him! Don't grab your put it down! He just wants to play the Switch, it's his turn. No! Also, what's up, Hair? I hope that your evening is going well, Masub. Ba 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 na na na. We've spent the entire stream talking about me! Me. Enough about me. What about you? Oh, have you eaten anything tasty? I'm kind of eating, you know, end of the week food, if you know what I'm saying. Hope to get something tasty tomorrow, myself. La 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 la. Salmon? Yum. I haven't had any sort of fish in a long time, let alone good fish. Chocolate? What kind of chocolate? That sounds yummy. This is kind of a cool design. White? Oh no! You're a cuck who eats white chocolate? Oh nah. I'm kind of a basic white boy when it comes to chocolate. I like milk chocolate. You got it. No, I like salmon. It's not fish, but I do quite enjoy lobster. No, not lobster. Crab. Lobster is alright in my opinion. I like popcorn shrimp. Why do I keep making potato look like cute? I hate that. Yes, I haven't had popcorn shrimp in very long. But I think it's pretty good. La la. La ba 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 da. La la. Oh. Wow, that came pretty naturally. Your father's gonna be attending a wedding. Your cousin's getting... Oh! You are not attending because you do not like weddings. That's valid. Wow. Why are all of your cousins getting married? You know, when I was in college, it seemed like every one of my friends was getting married. It's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but it seems like people have been they've been in a hurry to get married. The last couple of years. Maybe for tax reasons. Are your cousins avoiding taxation? It looks like Potato is taunting Dr. Best here. Yeah. You know, Hair? I used to be completely Arrow Ace, until I met this man right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Arcade, my beloved. Arcade! Oh, that's weird. Why isn't BTDV showing the emote? BTDV, did you fucking break? I guess it did. Weird. Anyway, and now, I'm not in any hurry to get into a relationship, but man, I wouldn't be too terribly upset if a very nerdy, smart, intelligent, sexy, kind-hearted man. You're bi? Congratulations. I am a gay man. Let me get my flag. I actually really like my flag. I have a pin. I think it's on my backpack downstairs. Yum. Yes! I love the colors. I know people will call it the toothpaste flag. They can cope and seethe. I'm partial to greens. They're not my favorite color, but they're pretty close. I have favorite color palettes. I was just talking about this with my brother the other day. We were talking about like our favorite colors because we were just driving through the neighborhood looking at cool houses. And he's like, hey, is maroon your favorite color? And I'm like, no. I mean, I love maroon because it's a nice, deep, earthy tone. And then we got into a discussion about palettes. Because I asked him, what's your favorite color? And he couldn't really decide. Like, a lot of people say that yellow, ew, yellow's their least favorite color. And a lot of people say, oh, I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. But blue, you know, doesn't always look awesome. And yellow never always looks bad. It's always the context given their palette. You know, that's understandable. It took a long time for my mom to kind of understand that I'm trans. Yeah, and some people are both blue and yellow. You know anyone like that, Skylar? I used to be a triple A battery. Cause I, you know, they say New Vegas turns people trans, but I was like, oh, I am already trans, and I've already got everything figured out. No. To put it kindly, no, I didn't. I did not. Arcade cracked my egg. I used to be a AAA battery. Oh, I broke. There you go. Like, I still have yet to start T, if you couldn't tell from my twink femoid voice. But hopefully, hopefully I can within the next few months. And then I will be unstoppable! Unfreaking stoppable. I'm looking at the... I'm not giving you guys the side eye. I'm just looking at my reference on my other screen. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Oh, you're more of a AA battery. Most of your energy is drained like 3/4 through the day. Sure you are. Oh, right. As Arcade would say.
Go fornicate yourself.
Arcade, that's not nice. You can't just say that to people. Right, I'm trying to... Ba-ba. Me. Oh, right. There's a reason why my persona's a bird. Like, out of everything, I could have chose a wolf, or an octopus, or a grasshopper, or an airplane. I chose a bird. Because I have a bird brain. No, I know you were referring to me giving you the side eye. You silly goose, you silly stinker, you. I swear I'm really intelligent. I swear. I just don't let it... I don't let it show. I want to be entertaining. Yes! Wait. I'm grabbing a pot? Why did... You broke my fine amphora? I love that's an actual emoji. I had no clue. I love Greek pottery. I went to the art museum, I think it was last weekend. And I got to look at a lot of Greek pottery. Oi! I'm not a ghost, nor do I have a ghost sauna! That's too bad! Everyone here gets turned into a bird! I'm assuming you, hair. I think you might be, are you a dog? Are you, a tiger? A snake? Oh, I was getting pulled back by ghastly dark forces. Here. Let's make a new layer. And not use the same angle I just had. You wouldn't cross that line. I'm so proud of you. You made a marginable? Margin? Is that a word? Marginable? Margin? Am I having a stroke? Marginable? Margeable? Margeable? Marinade? Huh? Oh god, yeah, I hope you wouldn't tip that over. That might have one of Arcade's parents in there. What? What? Is that really your persona? That's badass. Marinade? Look, the gears, they were really turning for that one. You know, they really kind of struck gold. The composer really hit it out of the park with making the main theme as recognizable as it is. I used to be a composer, and let me just say, that shit is hard. There's a reason why it only happens once in a blue moon. You didn't create it? It's still yours, isn't it? That's cool. Do you have a picture of it? You can link it in chat. I trust you. We're not one of those cuckold channels who don't let people post stuff. I'm not afraid to let people express themselves in increasingly worrying and degenerate ways. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Maybe I'm just in kind of like a key jingling mode right now. Meow. Oh, wow. Nice. I like the face. Wow. That's really cool. Oh, what are your pronouns, by the way? Yeah, I love the colors. I love the different shapes. The hands, oh my god. The tail. Just excellent overall. He, him? A fellow he, him. You got it, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of attention to detail in that design. I told myself I wasn't gonna use the same angle I just did, and look what I'm doing. I'm a horrible artist, and I deserve only the worst. Oh well. La 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 la. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na. Wait, this is yeah. Split? Oh god. The split is here? In in my chat. Oh, why do I look angry? Split! Hello. How's life been treating you? Hi! It's nice to see you. I look a little different tonight than I normally have been looking. Not a permanent look. This is just strictly for testing. Strictly for science! She doesn't look all that feminine, but... You know, women don't... They're not obligated to give you femininity. She looks a little bit like a Final Fantasy male character. It's neat. Thank you! Yeah, I'm really proud of how it turned out. We were actually looking at all of the bells and whistles of it. Because it's something I'm interested in selling. It's taken up 3 months of my life, it has. If that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Also, holy moly. Oh, and like the glowy stuff could glow on the fursuit with like LED strips. That would be badass. You moved in school. Do you mind telling me what you went to school for? LED. Flying airplanes! What? That's badass! Wait, I think I remember you telling me that like several months ago. Stop giving me ideas! Wow, you should have talked to an artist if you don't want ideas. I have too many ideas. Any fursuit with LEDs. You know, I'm not particularly a fursuit kind of person, but man, if I had to go for any fursuit design, I would want LEDs. No, I completely understand Split. A small one. You know, yeah, ladies, especially if they're like up in that age, they'll have mustachios. I hate the stigma that women aren't old. They aren't old. Women, no women are old. Who are the characters? Okay, I'll answer those questions once I finished the one thought that I have. The one idea bouncing around in my ADHD brain. I hate the notion that women feel like they're socially obligated to shave just to quote-unquote look presentable and feminine. Makes me so angry. And I say that as someone who is not a woman, but has a woman's body. How old am I? I am 23, gonna turn 24 in October. Let him cook! Let him cook! As for who the characters are, this character is Dr. Sandra, one of Stone's characters. Oh. This character here. This character is Potato. I just decided to put her in like a cool dress that turned out cooler than I thought it was going to. And then this is another one of Stone's characters. She is Sandra Best. No, not Sandra. Just Dr. Best. Something... Dr. Best something. Theorem Best. Yes, Dr. Theorem Best. Dr. Cobb. Dr. Sandra Cobb. Sandra? Dr. Cobb. And Dr. Best. Skylar! sounds so cool. Oh my god. That's neat. I like that idea. Fuck, I just say a simple 3-letter word? Is LED a word? An abbreviation? I say LED and everyone has cool ideas. Imagine she's wearing like one of those flowy, kind of middle-aged lady sort of shirts. LEDs are pretty cool. And you could have the floof be made out of sort of like a cotton-like material. It would be cheap, and the lights would shine through really well. And you could color it with the cotton. But I'm sure that these days there are other options. That's just the first idea that comes to my mind. I'm pugging! Oh, oh right, Sandra. Oh. Sandra. Yeah, Sandra is a little bit more casual, right? Everyone says it Sandra? Or everyone says it's Sandra? Disney's Electrical Parade. You know, honestly, so I never got to really go anywhere or do anything when I lived in the city because I didn't have a car. Anything I did would just be like across the street. So now that I live with my brother and we have like transportation and like money to do things, it's like I go somewhere that's that's way more stimulating than the same university hall I've looked at like 20 times over and over again. And it's really inspiring. So I definitely, the whole point of me saying that was, I see where you're coming from with the inspiration. I haven't been able to do any anatomical studies, like proper studies. I really ought to, because I've just been so busy modeling. Gotcha. Ba-da-ba-ba. Another stout lady. Hold on. I've been thinking too much about dwarves. Squeak. She looks a little bit like an alternate. Hold on. And then... There we go. And then move this up a little bit. And maybe redo the hands. There we go. I hate the legs, but they'll suffice. Yeah, the legs and the shoes, not good. Why am I such a perfectionist? Oh, I'm not thinking about the knuckles. I think that might be why. I like a good bite and the weird noises string. Yay! Thank you. I try to do my very best for you little weirdos. I love you. Not in a weird way. I love you, like my babies. I love you! Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Courier! Hold on, wait a minute. Can I have, Hold on. I was looking for something. This will do it. Whee! No! Ow. Oh, no, don't move that! Uh-oh. Wait, no, uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Wait, hold on. Oh! No, that's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Half-Life! Yay! Oh, ooh. My hints, they look a little interesting. Right, Oh, hello, other arcade. Hello, sir. Arcade! 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 I told you guys I was working on an arcade model. He's done. Well, for now. I want to go back and redo all of his textures. It's a falling game! I'm a falling game! Oh, no, don't do the Roman salute, Mr. Arcade. Oh, wait, hold on. You activated Archimedes? You activated Archimedes? Okay. Courier? What if we kissed? Right. There was a reason why I brought this up. You activated You activated Archimedes? What the hell are you thinking? Right. You are all my babies. Oh, right, I remember. Oh, courier! Courier! Oh, courier! Courier! Oh my god! Hold on, let me go for a swim. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta be sideways. There. Yeah, that'll do it! Arcade, but he's Superman. Oh god, I always get way too excited with arcade. Courier. Oh. Courier, I heard you talking with Caesar. And I heard that he was really sick. Don't get any ideas, Courier. Don't get any ideas, Mr. Courier. I know that I'm a doctor, but you wouldn't possibly ask me to help save Caesar, would you? I would never do that. Hey, do you have games on your Pip-Boy? Courier, do you have games on your Pip-Boy? I lost my book. And I don't have anything to distract myself and perform escapism on. I do nothing all day but look at the same book. Courier, I heard that you had a Gladiator holotape on your Pip-Boy. And I heard men, big, hot, muscular men wrestling each other. Courier! Courier! Yay! This is too much. Oh, by the way, me and Potato made him into a VR chat model. And I'm planning on spending a lot more time on VR chat once I get oh. Yay! Alright, any last requests for Arcade before I put him back in the box? No, I have a hand tracker, and I have my camera up here. But I don't have, like, any of the cool wrist trackers. I don't have body tracking. It would be really cool, but each of those controllers are, like, $200 for like, good ones. Which, I know, like, a lot of furries who have a full set of body tracking gears. How? How do you guys afford that? Can he dab? Let's see. That's the most I can do. Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh! Okay. Uh-oh! Arcade, but the courier possessed him. Uh-oh! Stinky! Yay! I'm Arcade and I have a fat cock. The game was rigged from the start. Wait, no, Arcade, do the finger guns. Come on, Arcade, do the finger guns. Pew, 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 pew. I love Arcade so fucking much. It's not even funny. Courier, why are we heading to the fort? Why are we trying to swim to the fort? You can't get up there from here. It's impenetrable. Why, how? The courier is flying! Hello? The courier is flying... courier? How is that happening? The courier just got up and floated into the sky and is now approaching the fort. Courier? Hello? Courier, what are you doing? Courier, what? Courier, what are you doing? I'm not gonna follow you, Courier. Oh no. The courier is flying. He's gonna get so confused about the platinum chip. Okay, okay, Pipe. You're getting warmer. Warmer. No, cold! Courier, go back! Go, you were right there! You walked into it, and you walked right back out! Courier! Wait. Ich habe eine Ahnung. Arcade wouldn't know German. There's props. Oh. The big button called props. Don't look at those. Oh no, I froze! Here we go. Oh. La 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 la, katamari damashi. La 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 la. Oh, I also need my cowboy hat. Okay, my husband really likes it whenever I get to wear a cowboy hat. I have actually never played a Katamari game. I just like the music. I feel like I would really enjoy it. Oh, no, close, close, close. No, 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 not move, move this. Thank you. Move. Yes, yes. Oh, right, Rhea. I don't think it'll work like that because the props only clip to the model. Oh, oh, oh. But we can try it. Oh, yeah. No. I can move Courier down. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeehaw! Yeah, there we go. Here, we can put, okay, Coda? Hell yeah, brother. We could put the cowboy hat on this shoulder, and then Courier on this shoulder, so that, like, whenever he wants to go to the other shoulder to pick up the hat, he can just do that. Oh, wait. Wait, I have a better idea. I have a much better idea. Oh, I can just... Oh, I didn't know it was that easy. Oh. Your bird. Oh, oh. Ah, get it off! This is what I think of Pythania. God, I'm holding him like a fucking ice cream cone. Arr, he's stuck on me. Pythania is sticking to my hand because he's so gross and sticky and unwashed and disgusting. Yeah, he's not sticky from anything inappropriate. There we go. The Katamari Damashi. I'm gonna crush Pythania. Oh. Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 beep, beep. Yes, oh. Hello? Hello? Oh, it doesn't work like that. Oh, come on, I know! Yes, hello? Do you know? Oh, Pythania? Oh god. If you listen really closely, you can hear what it's like to have your ear bitten off by Courier 6. Have I drawn a Kerbal? I'm never drawing Kerbals ever again. I will never rescind that statement. Even if you give me $1 million bajillion dollars. Because the KSP community is very transphobic and homophobic and racist. I don't know if that comes as like a shock to anyone. Now, I'm not saying everyone who plays Kerbal Space Program are any of those things. Or if you, like, enjoy the game, and if you, like, participate in various KSP events. You know, that by itself does not make you any of those things. And it's not just, like, a vocal minority of people who are bigots in that community as a whole. It's a very moderate value majority. You know, apt that I'm using arcade to say this. I need to stretch. You're not active on Reddit? It's pretty bad on Reddit. I was active on the forums and Reddit for around 6 years. Granted, I didn't, like, super duper participate in stuff. Like, in general, I was mostly just someone who liked to peep in from time to time. I mostly lurked, but I did consume a lot of that content during that time frame. And it's just kind of gross. Whee! I didn't participate because people were being bigots and not being discouraged or punished for it. So, that's why I will not ever draw curveballs again. Sorry. But it is kind of exciting to see that KSP2 is not coming out, it's gonna be in early access. Because I thought it was supposed to come out in like 2027 or some shit. So I was really surprised to see that like one day my entire YouTube timeline was just all you can tell I'm gay because I do the yes courier. Oh, you snatched that bitch. Right. Oh, whoa. Time to, cleanse the earth of the great cons. Oh, let's get rid of those dirty tribals. Alright. I'm actually due for an NCR run. Oh. Oh. Right, I changed some of the settings for arcade. Connected to blinking? No, but they're connected to my emotions. You're not really supposed to. Arcade is raiding? Oh my god. Arcade? I love arcade. This is supposed to be, let me get you a shout out first of all. This is supposed to be a drawing stream, I promise. We were just digging around and talking about arcade. Oh.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, Sparta, is it fine if I call you that? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the danger zone, my friend. And Tati, 9 months! What's our stream baby's name gonna be? We have to come up, yeah, we need to come up with a name. Boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. Hold on, let me show you guys my arcade model. You came like 1 minute after I stopped dicking around with him. That's why we have the new Vegas background here. Courier! Courier! Cheese curd? That's such a beautiful name! Oh my god. Courier. Oh, I mean, cheese curd. We play breeders? What? What the fuck are you talking about? I do wanna... Never mind. Back to... This is just gonna be a test model. It's not gonna be like a permanent new look for me. So there's like some jank like the eyelids being weighted to the tail for some reason. It sound like that game? What are you talking about? What breeding is happening? You better be careful, son. Actually, what are your pronouns? Give me your pronouns right fucking now, liberals. Okay, and then down. Na ba da 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 da. Hi. 3D models? I think... Nightbot!
TT40 Artifter tira súbito Redbot. TAVGV 21 Gift Subzinde Chanel.
This breeding prompts you good walking furry. Okay, I need to ask you a few questions. Are you a minor? Because if so, you should not be here and you should not be talking about breeding. Second of all, I ain't interested on strangers on the internet. Third of all, okay, you aren't English. That was gonna be my third question. Totally okay. But don't be creepy, okay? That's gonna be my warning. Don't be creepy. Also, I'm a boy. I know I don't really look like a boy right now. I usually look like, this. King Kong. Okay, maybe I should. Why do I have like the? You look like a boy. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make Pablo bigger. Na 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 la 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 ba. Give me your fucking beans right now, you liberals. Macro Pablo. Alright, back to business. Right, the reason why I'm using this avatar tonight is because, I've been working on this for several months. It's almost done. I wanted to give it like a... Yes, we are doing requests. I was actually working on a request before I got distracted. You know, typical Pythania. I am the Avatar! You're right. Oh, my arcade, where is he? There he is. Yeah, distracted. Shut up! You don't know me! Oh, by the way, thank you for that sub. Throw beep? Can you give me a reference image? I know I could just look up beep. I know I could look up beep on Google, but it's really difficult. Thank you. I like to have everything in chat. Oh, right. Let me show y'all. This was our warm-up image today. It's me! Oh, wait. I need to resize myself. Can you send it in chat? You can post links. You can post links. Why do I look so sad? I want to look angry! What? How has your frog been bullying your dog? Only the Avatar can master all 4 elephants. Thank you. Yeah, it felt really natural. It looks like I gave this bird, like, huge bungalungos, though. It's supposed to be feathers. Not bungalungo honkadonks, if you know what I'm saying. About wow wow. Yeah, actually, let me keep that up. Links? You're damn right. You are damn freaking right. I don't know why I look sad. Oh, right. As I was saying earlier, my ears are rigged to my emotions, so if I'm angry or sad, sad, and it's so picky, and because they're so big, it looks like they are just kind of going back and forth. These are some good... Okay, choose your links. I really like bottom right. I like the libertarian quadrant links. How's everyone's night going? Oh, by the way, if you're coming from Lola's stream, I should have done this, but I was screaming and pissing and pooping and doing all of that. Oh, here we go. Nice drum and bass. I'm actually gonna close the queue because it's really late and I should have been in bed. I should be getting ready for bed right now, but yeah, I'll close the queue. Right, I am an art streamer. I play games occasionally. I do a lot of art. I do commissions. I do your mom. All of that business. The frog chumps at the dog's nose. What kind of dog do you have? Peepo clap. I love Peepo emotes. Nightbot! You cannot say that to people. That's so mean. I can't ban Nightbot because I like him too much. Muchas gracias, senor. Yeah, you can totally do that. Like, I gotta know that you're not some weirdo first before I click on... Like, you can... I'm not saying you're a weirdo. I'm just saying if I, like, know you, you know, and I know that you're not some sort of weird freak or a bot, we'll take a look at any of your links. Oh shit, you meant in Minecraft! Oh shit, I thought you meant in real life. This is cute. I like what you did with the copper. You are a freak. That's for sure. Oh, I really like these hanging decorations too. I really loved the Nether update because they added lanterns. And it actually made me less scared of... It made me less scared of the Nether. I used to be, you know, one of those... I'm still one of those pussies who prefers to play on peaceful mode, but... it made me a little less afraid to do so. Perches! Oh yeah, shroom lights are also pretty based. They're kind of a pain in the ass without mods to harvest, though. Yeah, are there normal people here? I hope not. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, so, fa, me, re, do. Music theory trivia. Did you know, there's this composer named Stravinsky, and he hated a type of musical composition called, tonal serialism. He hated it. And there was one really famous composer around the same time Stravinsky lived called Schoenberg. He actually made tonal serialism. Now, Schoenberg died before Stravinsky did. And do you know what Stravinsky did, right? You know, kind of around the same, a little bit after the time that Schoenberg died? He composed using tonal serialism, the very thing he said that he hated. And, you know, it just, it's a little curious. I'll tell you a story about Nuggies. Oh, I have kind of a good one. It's not necessarily about Nuggie. Why did you break things? Right. Hold on. Oh! You're breaking... It was... Yeah, it actually wasn't light for once. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Oh, we'll look at your Minecraft skin in a second. I want to tell the story first. So once upon a time, I was really fucking hungry. I was really hungry, and I wanted to fry up some chicken tenders. So that's what I did. I got all of the ingredients set up, and like I got the milk, I got the eggs, and this was like the last of my stuff. I had no other food in my entire fridge. I got my tendies, all marinated up. The bread broiled and crushed up into crumbs. The spices, the flour, it was all mixed and ready to go. And then I realized I had no oil. No! So I just ended up frying, like skillet frying the tendies with the rest of my butter. Yeah. So I wasted the rest of my milk and my last egg. I I got to keep, like, the flour spice mixture for another time, though, but I was so hungry, I wanted something gross and greasy, and I couldn't have it! No! I don't have an air fryer. I'm poor, remember? There's a reason why there wasn't anything in my fridge. Like, I could have made a pancake or two with the ingredients I had. But I, like, already mixed in all of the gross shit. Okay, we heard you the first time. We heard you the first time, Light. You really want us to look at the beep art. Sorry! Yeah, you better be sorry. You silly fucking goose. How dare you! No, I saw it. Just because I don't acknowledge something doesn't mean I didn't see it. Especially if I feel like I don't have to comment on it, then I won't. Ah! Oh, right. Speaking of things I've acknowledged and... There we go. This is a really nice skin. Oh! Oh, it's gonna be like this! Oh! I see. What a nice farm area. Why are you breaking things?
Go fornicate yourself.
That's not nice. How dare you? The Minecraft skin I use, it's just like a boring, it's just something I got off of like a skin website. If I went back in time 30 years ago and I said, oh yeah, I got that off of a skin website, the police would be called on me, probably. Yeah, there's something really off about your proportions. You are not 30. I'm not 30. Where did I say that? I'm 23. Sorry, I'm actually 47. Pushing 30. I'm already old. Put me out of my misery. No, I meant like in a time travel sort of instance. I'm not saying that I'm 30. You're 3. You're just old enough to gamble. Light, I need you to go to the nearest casino, and I need you to gamble away all of your life savings. Oh yeah, and it can't just be like, ooh woo. It has to be like, ooh woo. Oh well. Oh, meow. What do furries say? You've been able to gamble since you were 18? That's not fair. Dilf. I am a dilf. God, I'm a freak. Oh, that's why you're talking about dilfs. Your dad came home a while ago, and he was like, hey, what does dilf mean? Someone called me that at work, and I don't know what it means. So I just said... If someone went up to me in public, and you know, they didn't know me, and they called me a dilf, I would kill myself. I would lie down on the ground and just cease existing. Yeah, that's good enough. I've worked on this particular thing for too long. Oh, right, yeah, gacha games. Gacha games are gambling. With even less to show for it. It's gambling, but you don't get your money back. Unless you sell the account. Should I apologize? No, he should own it. Meow. My friend's dad, actually, is like a huge old school nerd. And oh my god. I'm not saying I'm simping for my friend's dad, but I wouldn't be too terribly upset if his dad started hitting me up Like, it's nerdy boys. Oh, frowny face. Oh. Frowny face. Where am I? What am I doing? What's... Oh, right, I was looking at my reference image. I think that's what the Germans say, right? Reference image. I'm pretty sure that's what the Germans say. Right, I'll do Cobbs, or, I'll do Beep. I'm doing Cobbs right now. I'll do, Beeps. And then I'm gonna throw in the towel for tonight. My mom is rather adamant about having me up at a very, like, dumb, stupid, butt-fuckingly early time. No clue why. I think because she works, like, the graveyard shift, and she's, like, already up. But, Mom, stop it. So, I have to get up at, like, before 8. And I'm so mad because she better not do this to me again. She, wanted to have me up at 8, I think earlier this week. So I got up at 7:30 so I could, like, you know, eat breakfast and dress up really quickly. And she didn't get to my house until 10. Bruh! I was so fucking mad. That was an awful start to the day. Like, yeah, that day was not very good. Your ears? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Light. Do you want me to speak like this? I can if you want me to.
Oh! Oh, there we go. Oh god, did anyone else see that? I, like, zooped off very calmly and peacefully into that long night, and then I ran right back into place. Did anyone else fucking see that? Oh my god. That shit was so funny to me. I just sat there, like, gasping. I'm like, am I gonna come back? Hello? One time, your aunt and uncle wanted to have lunch with you, and you forgot that you saw this car following me, so you kept running. I thought you were, like, in a car, too, so I'm like, how are you running? You know, they should tell you that. You know, that's not on you. They should say, hey, we're trying to pick you up, wait at this spot. I know they did, but it took a while. Oh, you just forgot. I forgot. I miss my old college days. I wish I was gay. I wish I knew I was gay in college, because I knew so many cute little nerdy boys. Man. Stone! Thank you. Hold on. Do beep 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 beep
Like this. I can if you want me to.
Oh, there we go. Oh god, did anyone else see that? I, like, zoomed off very calmly and peacefully.
Like this.
Just my gasp of disbelief. God, what an awesome freeze frame, too. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I figured... I am losing my stream this, yes. You know, maybe... I am losing my stream this mind, you're right. I am losing my stream! Yeah, you're right. I'll add a little shading. This turned out a lot messier. I was pretty distracted. I wasn't really able to come up with anything. But I feel like I could really, like, when the beaver dams up the river.
Unfortunately, the stream has been seized by the police as evidence in my current Robux embezzlement case. Oh no!
Your Honor, I'm not actually TT40's lawyer, but they wanted me to represent them in the case. And I'm here to say that, that TT is in fact not guilty, Your Honor. No, I do not have evidence, I'm sorry. I ate it. Oh, I mean, not evidence, an alibi. I ate it. I'm sorry. I'm looking back at you, giving you the thumbs up, and your whole family is horrified. Yeah, Judge, you don't understand. Mercury was in retrograde. You don't get it. It was just the energy, okay? My brother says he knows 10 bitches like that. No! We have decided that we have decided that bites shall be demonetized. Yes, that was the sound. Perfect. That was the exact sound I was looking for. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Okay. Last one of the night, gamers. Do 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 do. I've never actually drawn a hiver. My name Pal. Judge, I am so sorry that I embezzled $420,000, but it was good because I used it to buy a pony and lots of chicken fingers. One of the slides of evidence is like your whole freezer just lined with gourmet, not even gourmet, just like cheap freezer tenders. Oh wait, Dino Nuggies. Yes. Dino Nuggies, Dino. Oh. Oh god. I have a long day tomorrow. Any day that starts with my mom is going to be a bad fucking day, especially if it's early. I'm dreading tomorrow. Yes, there was a really long time where, like, when I got groceries, if I needed them, I would get, like, backup freezer food. You know, like, just in case. Just, like, for a rainy day, you know? And for the longest time, I refused to get Dino Nuggies because I thought it would be embarrassing if I did so. Until I took the blue pill. Sorry, I took the Dino Nuggies red pill and I just started getting them anyway. And, like, I didn't not want them for any... Most of the time, the Aldis I was getting groceries delivered from would never have any tendies but the Dino ones, which is why I was so adamant about not getting them. You know, that sounds pretty... Yeah, that was basically my college diet too, until... until I moved in by myself. You're gonna head off for tonight? Skylar, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing me your various creative endeavors. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a good freaking night. Is today a Friday? Well, it's Saturday now. I won't be streaming over the weekend, I don't think. So I hope you have a good weekend, too. Frozen nuggies have a weird texture? That's valid. Oh, my brother has... Okay, so I'm not saying I make a lot of noise in the house, but, like, when I'm working in the kitchen, I tend to kind of be gung-ho about, like, you know... I used to be gung-ho about slamming, cabinets and, like, just kind of throwing pans... But not throwing pans around, you know what I mean. Just not being afraid to make some noise because I lived by myself and I didn't have to worry about worrying other people. But my brother actually has autism, and he gets overstimulated really easily. So I have to be kind of careful when I'm working in the kitchen cooking for him. What? You can't eat fruit? I think I remember you talking about that. I love fruit. But I will agree with you. I'm kind of particular about the texture. For me, texture is super important for me with food. Like, it could taste kind of weird. But as long as the texture is fine, I'll eat it. Like, I need my bananas to be super ripe. He's a Bergie. I don't know what form of autism he has. And I don't think he's ever gotten, like, a formal diagnosis, but he thinks he's autistic just because he has, like, a lot of the symptoms. I don't think I have autism, but I've also never had a formal diagnosis, so who knows? I don't think, so me and him are not blood related. He's a chosen brother of mine. I love Beep. I've never played Kenshi, but I've seen quite a few playthroughs. Your formal diagnosis was, you have ADHD, but we don't have, you have something else, but we don't know, we don't have a name for it. You had some wicked tasting bell peppers with onions and pasta. Oh my god. Peppers and I, as well as squash and onion, like anything around that area. Yeah, I do concur. That stuff can be really particular with me. Cause like onions get slippery, peppers can, I like peppers a little bit on the crunchy side. I like it when they still have a little bit of snap to them. But when you cook peppers, they get squishy really quick. Like when I'm cooking vegetables with chicken, they are the last thing I add before the chicken. The pasta. Did it have any sort of sauce? I'm super particular about tomato sauce. I tried, speaking of tomato sauce, I tried V8 the other day. And I fucking hated it. It was just like tomato soup. And I go to because I asked my brother, hey, can I try some of your V8 in the fridge? And he's like, yeah, sure, but you might not like it. And I was like, fuck you. So I only poured like a little bit of it. He was right. I didn't like it. I don't really like anything with tomatoes in them. Like, not even pizza. Like, the instant I stopped getting pizzas with any sauce on them was the day my life improved tenfold. Like, I was, like, almost visibly gagging when I was sipping this V8. And I forgot, like, how kind of made my tummy a little bit upset. I forgot how acidic it was, too. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up earlier, but I got distracted with something. I thought Asperger's was discontinued as a formal diagnosis. See, has like high functioning and low functioning also been kind of discontinued as well? Yeah, because I think now they just use Spectrum. Yes, we're canceling you. Oh, I didn't know it was that recent. Because, again, I was in education for a little bit, and I have a ton of education friends. One of which were, actually two. I knew two people who were in special education. So, I try to be on top of things in case I ever want to go back to education. I like the raps that Beep has. Beep, my beloved. Beep, my beep beloved. They do? Oh, they do. Thank you for correcting me. Because on the first image it has 5 fingers. But yeah, on the second or third image it has, yeah. So that's what I was using. Oopsie! I would need to be lore accurate. Wait, the last two? There's only 3 images in the... Oh! Oh, I didn't see the first image. Oh. Because, yeah, it's a series of 4. But the 2 and 3 are the same one. And then the third one is a screenshot. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something. Beep a little bigger. Beep went from bip to bop. Oh, my nose. I'm not really excited to drive in my car tomorrow because I need more driving experience. I haven't driven in like several years before lately. And it hasn't gotten steam cleaned yet, so it's like really gross and mildewy on the inside. And I really don't like driving with my mom because she gets really anxious easily. I could be going 10 under the speed limit. She's like, "Oh my god, slow down! Oh my god!" And she doesn't like calmly say this. She goes like crazy mode instantly, like 0 to 100, and that's not good. Please do not do that if you are driving with someone because it makes it way harder, go figure, to drive. It's just so stressful, which is why I'm trying to arrange for this week for her to drop it off at my house so that I can drive with my brother, because my brother, he doesn't freak out. He's calm and collected, and if there's something I need to change about my driving, he says it, and I do it, and we move on. And he doesn't, like, coddle me. My mom will... There could be, like, a bright yellow neon sign, you know, like 5 foot by 5 foot, with, you know, blinking lights and arrows pointing towards it, saying 35 miles per hour. And my mom will be like, "Oh, okay, the speed limit's 35. Like, wow, I can see that. I have eyes. Whoa, that's crazy. I know she's just trying to help, but it's so distracting and annoying, and I really wish she would stop. Holy shit. Like, I So, you know about social batteries, right? I feel like I'm ordinarily a pretty patient guy, but with my mom, I get super impatient because she does like a lot of little noises and little actions, and it drains me, like instantly. Which is why any day that starts with her is immediately gonna not be good for me. Because it just sucks out all the patience and like kindness out of my heart for the whole day. So I'm like instant road rage mode with my mom. Like instant. It's a light switch. And not one of those cool fade light switches. It's the same with your dad. Oh my god. Like, I will reiterate, I know she's just trying to help because, you know, she loves me, I love her. And I've communicated this to her too. It's like, if you act like this, I'm gonna get more impatient easily. Like, I need you to be calm. If you're calm, I'm gonna remain calm and we can both just chill out and hang out and relax. And I'm gonna drive better. You get easily frustrated. That's a great word, frustrated. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I tend to get pretty frustrated with my mom. I don't mean to. Oh! That's what you meant by beep art. Did you make this? Oh, you're getting tired. You might have to go to bed. It's okay. You did. That's pretty good. Wow, nice job. Good night, Light. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have an awesome weekend. If I don't end up streaming. If I do end up streaming, I hope you have a fucking horrible weekend. Oh, you didn't show me the car you bought yourself. Oh, I'd love to see it, if you don't mind. Oh, of course. He has to knock shit over with his fat ass. Oh, with your fat, huge, long dick. That's understandable. Arcade yells at me whenever I knock over... Wow! Arcade yells at me whenever I knock stuff over in the pantry with my big fat cock. And I'm like, oh, honey, I can't help it. It's just so big. That's a nice color for Beep. Oh, Split. Let me talk about my car. So I scored. I fucking scored with my car. It's a Chevy Uplander. It's not practical or safe. No, you bought it because it wasn't safe, didn't you? It's just cute. I'll check it out in a second. It's a Chevy Uplander. So if you don't know what that is, it's like an SUV, but it has a lot of horsepower. It drives smooth as hell. It's like a sporty kind of car. It's in super good condition. It needs to get steam cleaned. It needs to, it has a dent in the back door and some rust around the sides, but honestly, it's perfectly fine. It drives awesome. I drove it around for a little bit. So fucking good. I got it registered. I got it, I still need to sign the insurance papers. I got the license plates for it, and my mechanic, he was tweaking it this week, so it should be nearly done now. What else? And everything, like including detailing, the insurance, the plates, registration, getting everything done, was only around $3,000. Any big car? Yeah, I kind of wanted a tiny car, because big cars make me nervous. And driving a big car makes me kind of nervous. But since me and my brother are planning to be kind of transient for a little bit, it would be nice to have like a good car for moving. So I don't really mind that too terribly much. And my brother was actually planning on getting an SUV for himself. But now that I have an SUV, he doesn't have to get rid of his cool sports car. He's got a Dodge Challenger. Which is like I love that fucking car. He said that he would be willing to let me drive it, but I think I'm gonna need a little bit more experience. He seems a little bit too gung-ho about letting me touch his baby. But it's an honor, for sure. Yep. Which channel? You can put it in general if you want. Yes, this is what my car... It's actually white, too. That's what my car will look like. The only thing that's weird about it, it's like... It's not a stick shift, I don't think, but there's like... Instead of a gearbox, the gearbox is like in the steering wheel, and I can't see... I have to like kind of fish around to put it in drive, and I have to fish around to put it in reverse and all that. It doesn't have like a D, a P, an R wherever I need it. You mean go sleep? Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Thank you for hanging out. La 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 la. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So that I think that's gonna be like the weird, like the thing I'm gonna take the most time to get used to. But like the driving, this thing drives better than both of my mom's cars. It's awesome. My mom said that she was jealous, but luckily she's letting me have it. Let's go! Yeah, there we go. Yes, it drives... it kind of drives a little bit too good. Like, because it's a sporty type of vehicle, I have to, like, hover my foot over the gas pedal. And I'm like, doing my best not to pump the brakes. Because I, like, put my big toe down a single millimeter on the gas pedal, and it goes. She goes, and she does not stop easily. Well, I mean, like, the braking works really good, but you know what I mean. It's really easy to gain speed. You posted your unsafe no airbags? Bumpy riding car? I'll check it out in just a second. But I'm pretty excited. And the best part is that because it's a utility vehicle, it'll be awesome for moving. Like, the seats fold up? I have never seen this in my life. The seats, you can, like, fold them up and push them all around in the car. I've never seen shit like that in my entire life. And there's, like, little robotic levers to adjust all the windows and stuff. Oh my god. I'll have to do, like, a car tour one day. Yeah, so I can have like a whole, I can pay 18 people who look like Arcade to have an orgy back there. That's the reason why you can fold up the Yeah, I would have to drive somewhere that isn't my house, so you guys wouldn't know. Like, I don't want to show you guys my house, it's a little bit too personal, but... I'm fine with sharing my car. You guys can ride in the back. You can literally back seat. I think it would be cool to do driving streams, but I don't like... My brother, he does some reprehensible shit while driving. That I do not approve of. I'll tell you guys a story in a second. I want to finish, coloring Beep here. He does some reprehensible, awful fucking things whenever he drives. And I tell him, you cannot do this! And he does it anyway. That fucker. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think he looks cute. Maybe, gets, multiply. I know where you live, T. Oh my god, they know where I live! Oh. Oh yes, how dare you post things sideways. I'm gonna track down where you live now. Blah, 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 blah. But no, I think doing a driving stream would be cool. Like, I drive out somewhere, preferably somewhere like a long ways from where I live, so you won't get like the local lay of the land. But I would have to like read chat in order for it to be kind of interesting. And well, I'd rather have my eyes on the road. I'm a responsible driver. Right, I think that's good. Right. Yes, let me tell you some reprehensible things. So my brother was telling us this story at the end of a long day. Yeah, I could have my brother drive with us, and he could tell me what chat is saying. Right, okay. So, my brother, that's me. Computer noises are me. He was telling me about one time he was driving on the interstate, and he was going like 85. The normal speed limit is 70. So he's going 85, and he's also eating like garlic bread and spaghetti, but he's like trying to move the noodles off of his garlic bread. Mind you, still going 85, trying to get to work. I think it's like in the middle of the night because he works the graveyard shift, so he drives at night. And it's like kind of crowded too. And he's also watching TikToks. And he's like, responding to people on his phone. And he's still driving, moving all the shit on his spaghetti and garlic bread, watching TikToks, speeding. And he said he did this for 40 minutes until he was like, maybe that's not a good idea. And he kept doing it. Just like the stories like that. He tells us stories like that all the time. And I'm like, sir? Sir? Sir, hello? Sir. You cannot do that. You cannot. He doesn't do that stuff with anyone else in the car with him, but when he's alone... Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a beautiful little car. Oh. Uh-oh. Chrome appears... Chrome appears to have broken. Yeah, show Discord. No? Here. The button on my thingamajiggy just stopped working, which is weird. No clue. But this is a really cute car. Right, I have to toggle that on manually. So I'm not gonna fuck with that anymore. Oh, okay, actually, no, this is kind of funny. Even though it is sideways. It's so tiny! Oh my my god. All of these cars are like actually twice the size of this little thing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a little baby. Little baby. Your parents got in a wreck and the other guy said, I'm sorry, I was eating a steak. There was a steak and a plate and a knife. Awesome. You know, I've heard that Texas is pretty... it is pretty scary to drive in, because everyone has big vehicles, everyone has, they speed, everyone has big vehicles. Sorry, my two brain cells were really working. Oh, can I pelvic thrust? Bam! Oh. Come here, arcade. Yeah, it is too easy to get a license, and it's too easy to not lose it. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Check out my beans. Why do I look sad? Check out my beans. I sent you my bean pictures. Oh. Ooh. Glowy beans. Meow. Float bird! Oh right, let me go Superman mode. What's Superman's theme? Na da da na 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 da da. Oh, he's flying here. Oh my god, he's gonna hit the ground! Ah! Wait, did I say what was Superman? Did I ask what Superman's name was? God, I'm really losing it. Oh, tee-hee. Wait, hold on. Oopsie daisies. Oh, tee-hee. I did tax fraud. Hee-hee. Oh my god. Oh, right, now that I can have the... So, my hand tracker is typically... There we go. In, like, a... my keyboard is here and my hand tracker is here. It's before my hand tracker is before me and then after it is the keyboard. But when I'm drawing, I just want to I don't just do this because I want to do it, because I think it's funny. And this is an actual test to see if my hand tracking is where I need it to be. Scale-wise. But when I have my tablet, then I have to like, my desk is only so big. Like, it's a pretty big desk, but with the tablet and then the ergonomic keyboard, which takes up a whole ton of real estate, and then I have to put my hand tracker in the middle of those. You don't want to be funny? No! No, I don't want to be funny! I want people to take me fucking seriously! Oh, what am I doing with my... Ooh. What am I doing with my arms? Bitch! Airplane ears. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I want people to take me seriously. I want people to that. Oh, uh-oh. Welcome to my exotic dance stream. Oh. Oh. Welcome to the key jangling. Oh, uh-oh. Well, see ya. POV, you're a tree. Can I, Do you have games on your phone? Do you Oh. I'm still serious about people. I want people. Ew! Oh, that looks inappropriate. It looks like I'm like rubbing my boobies. I know. Yeah, that did look a little lewd. It was not supposed to. Officer, I promise. God, I look like a goddamn unit. This looks. This also looks kind of inappropriate. Everything's so jiggly. Alright, any inflation fetishists in chat? Here's your time to shine. Oh. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! No! Oh yeah, you better believe I'm twerking. Look at that thing. It's Oh shit. Oh shit. I look like I have the same I look like something you might see. Oh. Alright, see ya. Oh god. I look like one of those old-timey, there was no twerking. This is a no twerking stream. I would never do that. Oh, good night, Stone. I am using, Ooh. Oh, this... I am using, some sort of... Oh. Oh no! Oh, this is like some alternate shit. Non-Euclidean bird.
Come here, I just want to give you uppies.
You want uppies so bad? Come here. You want- I'm here to give you uppies. You said you wanted uppies. Come here. Come here. It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. I know what it looks like. You're turning me on. No! Bad! Oh, let me bonk you. This is my, bonking... You know how, like, how Sith Lords, they can shoot lightning from their fingers? That's me, but with, like, bonking. I actually did something unintentionally lewd. Oh.
Do it.
Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh shit!
Can you give me uppies? Hi, my name is Pipania, and I'm a little guy.
Oh, this is actually really cute. This is giving me some... Oh, yeah. Oh, I was actually doing it a few minutes ago. Oh shit! Oh, oh no! Oh no! Oh!
I'm a guy.
Ooh! I'm normal, right? I'm normal. Oh no! Oh, oh, see ya. Ooh, is this tricking? Oh! Uh-oh. Whee! Oh! Oh! Goodbye! Oh! Oh! No! Oh, 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 oh! Hello, arcade. Oh! Oh, hello! Sinistay! Oh, uh-oh. I appear to have lost myself. Hold on. I had to reset it. We're just sticking around. Wait, no. Arcade? Arcade, my beloved. But no, not leave motion. I want to do one last thing. It says here that you're very cute. Oh. Ooh. On my screen, it's just like white. You know, it looks like some bad Apple sort of shit. La 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 beep 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 dee 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 ba ba boo doo 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 doo. Oh. Oh. Alright. Alright. Oh. Oh! Oh no! Oh. Oh, that's a little freaky. Ooh. I'm gonna haunt your dreams. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. Right. I still need to shower. And do some other stuff before I go to bed. So, no. So I'm gonna find someone to read. Stinky. I am stinky. It gets really hot in here, and I get sweaty and gross. I think I know where to go. Thank you for 2 freaking subs tonight. I should be thanking you, you little jackass. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. These dudes are playing Space Station 13. So if you're still somehow up, you'll like it. I think it's a community sort of thing. It's a community sort of thing. I think this might be their last game of the night, but who knows. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see y'all later. Take it easy.